The last question, and I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but it is from Kyrule. He asks,
Hyrule?
It's a cool name.
Or they
That's
ask.
how you pronounce it.
I would rhyme it with Hyrule and a rat if I were doing it.
it's spelled Khairul,
Got
and
it.
they ask, you said that you guys studied in college, but it didn't really help with your business at all. I'm going to university very soon, so what do I do to not waste my time there? By the way,
Great
I'm
question.
studying business.
Well,
Nice.
you've signed up to waste your time. Let me just tell you.
Come on, depends.
No, depends. So there's one reason to study business, and it's because you go to a top tier school and you're going to get credentialed to
Yes.
get a job that pays you more than the cost of your college.
Yeah.
That is the one reason to get a business degree. What you learn, the education you receive is a business degree. Do we disagree that that's...
No. I'm just saying sometimes you go get, you go get a
Yeah,
good
yeah,
rubber
but-
stamp and then you get a good job.
Yeah. Good job. A high paying job.
Yes. So the reason I would, it's too hard to think about when you're in high school, but like one of the most important things you can think about before going to college is where do people that go here go after? How many of these people do what I want to do? If I want to be a dancer, I want to work at Google.
I'm sure this person... Oh, I'm not sure. I would suspect most people entering college do not know what they want to do after.
Yeah. I want to be a writer.
Yeah. So what I would recommend is I came in as a business major and I got out, and then I became a philosophy major, and then I had to go back to grad school as a business
I was
major
unhireable.
because I was unhireable. Now I don't regret
No.
that switch because business wouldn't have served me any better. Like the truth is,
More of who you are today is from your philosophy degree then.
Sure, and business would have been worse, I think. So how do you not waste your time is the good question. What I will tell you is that the best education you are going to get in your life is not going to come inside the walls of a college classroom. I've learned infinitely more since we graduated by starting this business about the way the world actually works, people's actual psychology. I actually did learn some philosophy, but I've deepened my study of philosophy without the classroom. So I would suggest to you that you need to not let your schooling get in the way of your education. And you explore what you're interested in, do the clubs, study abroad, which I think is a massively valuable thing that we sort of subsidize via these colleges, because the things that you'll learn about yourself in your first visits abroad are incredible. If you are interested in business, 4-hour work week is a must, a necessity. Start on it. That's my one thing that if I could tell myself in college, it would be to read this book and just get going. And man,
Make friends.
Make friends.
That's the best thing. The best thing I did. I was positive I was not going to join a fraternity. I literally told fraternities I'm not going to join. But then I ended up joining one, and it was awesome. I made a ton of good friends. Actually ended up the first job I got was a place that a guy who was a junior in a different fraternity, he liked me. I applied and I got that job. Probably he helped. And then the place where I worked after that was because someone in my fraternity worked there.
Yeah.
Helped my resume get pulled. So even if you are just super concerned about money, your relationships in your network are super helpful, especially with older people.
Yeah, because I was going to say your network of people your age is worth zilch at that point in your life. That's okay. It can be worth it from a social perspective.
It's the seniors and juniors and stuff like that. But yeah, and also this is the most fun. I mean, candidly, college, I think, is more so for fun than it is for learning.
Yeah.
I think you can teach yourself, with the exception of also an engineer, a doctor, there's all sorts of stuff. For business, you can teach yourself more than you'll learn in the classroom anyway. I mean, look at how many successful businesses are run by dropouts. So I would go with the fun and the social and the network, and it's the people. I think the best part of college is the people.
I'm going to go on my business school rant right now real quick, and then we'll wrap this up.
Probably undergrad, right?
He's in undergrad business school, is what he's saying. Correct? He said he's entering.
It's not an MBA.
It doesn't say
both
their level of studying. It just says studying business.
Probably just entering. So you mentioned the STEM fields. There are certain fields where perhaps the best place to learn them is actually within a college education. That's where you are going to learn to be a doctor.
Yeah, unless you're Goodwill Hunting, yes. I imagine it's tough to learn physics without teachers.
Exactly. Business is not learned in a classroom. Your teachers don't have successful businesses. If they did, they wouldn't be teachers. Let me tell you this. I will never go work and receive a salary from a college. I'll come in, I'll give a speech, but I'm not going to spend my time there. Why would I? Right? Those people are there because they don't have businesses.
Yep.
If they could have businesses, they would not be there. Now, some of them are middle management and even upper middle management at, for example, American Express was one of the guys in my thing. If you want to learn how to be a vice president of some division, that guy can tell you how to be there. But when you think of business, I imagine that you think of starting, like really driving.
Well, maybe
a business.
not. So that's step one is what are your goals?
If you want to be an employee, college is a great way to learn how to be an employee.
Yeah.
Show up, they tell you what to do, you clock out, you get the grade on the rubric. That if you want to be an employee, there's no better training than college. If you want to start a business, there's nothing that will get in your way more, in my opinion. It puts you behind the 8 ball financially. It trains you. The worst thing to wait for an assignment that you must complete and that will then be graded by some all-knowing professor, as opposed to
The marketplace.
The market. All of your smart, not all, some of your smart friends would like pitch us these ideas thinking that we could validate them. And what we would try to tell them over and over again is you got to take this to a customer.
Potential customers, yeah.
It doesn't matter how smart you think someone is. You got to go to the market. So I think business school is a crock.
Sure.
Nine times out of 10.
I will say, let's not put our values on this guy though. If your goal is to get a 6-figure salary at a company where you hopefully like what they do and you like your coworkers and you want to go be a manager at a company,
then this could be great for you.
Yeah.
Depending on the college that you're going to. Because if you're going to
let's not say any names.
Number 75.
A bad college.
If you're going to number 75
Sure.
and you're going to get B pluses and A minuses, it's not going to do, I mean, if you get A pluses, it's not going to do what you just described.
No, I agree.
College degree is par for the course when you're applying. It doesn't distinguish your resume at all.
A good thing to do regardless is just figure out, once you can figure out what you want to do, find other people who have done it and then model them.
Yeah.
So if you really want to be a sports agent, go study the most successful sports agents. How did they do it? Did they do it because they were friends with breakout athletes? I know one, dude, I know one guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what was his name? He's so smart. He went to the University of Miami because he knew he wanted to be a sports agent.
Yeah.
They do not have the best business school,
Yeah.
but he knew that didn't matter.
It just meant
He became friends with the football players. And he's like, I think you can go pro and I think I can get you more money than these other people. And he didn't say it the day he met them. He became friends with them first. He nailed a couple of relationships early. And then he built a huge sports agent business on it. So, oh man, I wish I could remember his name, but I wanted to be a sports agent. So I studied how other sports agents became famous. I was at the University of Pennsylvania. Not a lot of pro athletes coming in. So that wasn't going to work for me. So I had to figure out a different strategy. But yeah, I know it's tough, especially at a young age, to know what you want to do. I was wrong. I thought I wanted to work in finance. But to the extent that you have an inkling, that the most valuable thing you can do is study how did they get where they are, because that's how you will probably get where they are.
Yeah. In sum, we've said a lot of different things.
Hopefully some of it helpful.
Experiment is the best thing I could tell you. Experiment with living in different countries. Experiment with maybe starting a business. If you start this business degree and don't like it, switch to something else. I don't care if it's art history.
Dude, I got an internship with a sports agent. That's when I knew I didn't want to be a sports agent. It seemed great in my head. I imagined it. It was so cool. Me and Allen Iverson hanging out. And I went and I interned. I went, oh my God.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
Yeah. You've got
you
4 societally sanctioned years to not be productive. Take advantage of those and so that when you do come out and they expect you to pay off everything that you went into debt for, you at least are moving in a direction that is likely to be one that you're passionate, interested, and potentially even good at. I think that's it for episode 12. Right?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Remember our sponsor, Charisma University. It's in the description. Join today.
Let's go on the Fabsta.
Yeah, the Fabsta. All right. Take care, guys. Peace.